No, so I wanted to talk about that because also I read about there were like international connections that supposedly you dealt with or you met people. What was that like? I mean, that's turning into something like an international business, like you know, illegal or not, it's an international business. This stuff is difficult to do.
Yeah, no,
I mean, give credit where
it's
credit's due
risky.
in the sense that,
It's not difficult. It's risky.
well, I mean, logistically, it's not easy either.
Well, that's true.
Yeah, there's so many moving parts.
That's true.
And the fact that it's illegal, that makes it much harder because you got to watch out. Business is hard enough when there's nobody trying to come get you. There's always somebody trying to come get you. But, yeah, so anyway, I wanted to talk about that. I mean, can that be pulled off nowadays?
Well, you probably can pull that off more so than locally,
Oh, I see.
hustling. Right?
Really?
Right.
And how did you meet people over there? I mean, I don't know. Listen, you can't talk about it. Don't tell me. And I don't want names, but I mean, how does somebody come into contact with, a foreign person that can provide like large quantities of drugs or something like that? I mean, how do you meet that person?
Well, you have to understand, the person with that large quantity of drugs, they need somebody that they need to meet to get rid of it.
That's a good point.
Right.
So they're the ones looking to meet
they're
somebody.
looking to meet someone.
I
right.
see.
So if
I
you're
see.
a good business person, they're going to come meet you. They're going to
Right.
find a way. They're going to pay somebody to introduce you, or they're going to give you an offer you can't refuse, or
Right.
to come with them. So that happens.
So
all the
that's
time.
I see. So okay,
You
basically
pay your bills, you don't have to worry about anything in this business, right? Pay your bills, you never have to worry about supply.
You know what I never understood about the drug game? I hear, of course, I deal with a lot of similar issues. It just subject matter. And what's with consignment? I would always think, I would always think that somebody would buy a certain quantity, break it up, do whatever they have, sell it, and then buy more. Why would anybody even mess around with that? Consignment is when somebody gives you something and you say, okay, when I sell it, I'm going to give you the money.
Well, yeah, and if you charge that person a price that you know he can't pay, then you set yourself up for a big problem with that person.
Right.
Because if I give you something that I know you're going to work hard as hell just to pay the bill,
Right.
8 out of 10 times you're not going to be able to pay all the bills.
Right.
Right.
Right. So I never understood that.
Right.
I mean, why would anybody even deal with that?
Well, I mean, that's the time it is now. I mean,
Right.
most of these guys just know the police have the game so they finger on it so tight.
Right.
Right.
That you
So,
can
right,
barely move.
Right. Right.
Now, you did, how much time did you serve altogether? Time in prison.
No, maybe 16 and a half years.
And but your longest sentence was how long?
10 and a half.
Federal?
Yeah.
And so 10 and a half years. Now, that was a different time as far as sentencing goes. You actually kind of sort of got lucky in the sense that, right, that happened right before the laws changed. Am I right?
Well, be honest with you, I wasn't lucky. I had to take the plea that day, or they were going to use that law.
Really? Okay.
The law was supposed to be implemented in October of '85.
Right.
That's when they grabbed me.
Well, that's incredible timing.
No. The timing was right for them, because if I didn't, if the
I see.
the Federal Citizen Commission a bill would come in effect at that time.
So you didn't even want that hanging over your head?
No, well, they do it. That's what they offer. Look, you either take that, or you face the death penalty, or life and no parole, or you take that 30 years.
Right.
Right. So, or because they didn't really want to implement it at that time, but they say they would.
Well, it's almost like they give you such choices that it ain't even a matter of whether you're guilty or not. It's just like, well, they have such leverage on me at this point, right? I mean, I can't even risk that.
Right. Well, that's exactly right.
Right.
That's what happened at the time, like I say, before indictment and everything else. So
Right.
that's what
Right.
Take
I
this
got
now,
you.
Because if we got to indict you, we're going to indict you under this code.
Right.
The Comprehensive Sentence Reform Act. And that's automatic with it, because it's supposed to kick in.
Oh, you got to have
October
mandatory.
Anyway, right, everything was mandatory until it was 85% of whatever sentence
Right.
you got. So,
But you didn't do 85.
no, my sentence was you only had to do a third.
That's
So I
yeah,
took
it's
the
a totally
plea
different
from
thing now,
0
huh?
Well, I took a plea from 0 to 30.
Okay.
Hoping I can get 15.
Right.
I do a third, that's 5.
And what you get? 30.
I got 27.
27. Man. Man.
So they gave me 3 years for the early plea.
Yeah, but look at you now, man. You're out, you're smiling,